What's up, guys? This is Ross back on YouTube for a different topic today. This is not a rant video, surprisingly, because I make a lot of them. I've been catching my attention to something lately, and it's kind of irritating me, and it's actually something I'd like to talk to you people about on YouTube. So YouTube, get ready for a partial rant, partial disgust feeling. Okay, everybody, so we have our nation's elite fighting force, the U.S. Army, the Marines, every branch of the military known to man here in the U.S. So, I'm seeing a lot of videos of people claiming to be soldiers that actually aren't soldiers. They're just doing it for the attention. Well, let me tell you something, people. This is not about attention. Damn, I spilled my pop everywhere. I'm sorry. Anyways, the Marines, the Army, National Guard, every branch of the military, it's not about the glory, it's not about the honor, it's not about the money you get. It's about what your passion is, and what your passion is for your freedom here in this country. Because in this country, you are granted freedoms that you will never get in any other country around the world. You're given a lot in this country, and to fight for it is a given. It's a privilege to fight for this country. It's not something you brag about. So you people out there, you're faking being in the Guard, you're faking being in the Marines. It's not worth it. You're going to get caught. I guarantee you. People like me, I'm not in the National Guard. Yeah, I'm signing up for it, and I just filled out some of my paperwork. I have MEPS next Wednesday. Tuesday. And that's different. I'm not in the Guard, which I want to be, but I'm not. I'm not going to go around and claim that I am when I'm not. It's not a given. People die to earn that uniform they wear. A lot of people, their families lose a loved one because of that. They go out there and they fight for what is really worth fighting for. They give their all. They give their hearts, they give their dedication, they give their blood, sweat, and tears into something that is really worth it. And if you people go out there and you fake it, and I'm not saying everyone does that, but the people who do, think twice about it. Think about who you are. Think about who you're trying to be. If you never went to basic, if you've never been to Afghanistan, you're not a hero. And you wearing a uniform, not actually being one of them, is a disgrace. It's disrespectful. It's utterly disrespectful to the people who are fighting out there for our lives. When people who are faking it have never even seen a day of hell. And I guarantee you, talk to a real one. And ask them, what did they do to deserve that uniform they wear to this day? It could be ACUs. It could be their Marine uniform. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what branch of military you are in. Somewhere along the line, you fought and you worked your ass off to get that uniform. Now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you do it just because you're honoring something. It does not matter. If you are not in one of those branches or any branch of the military, do not ever wear the uniform. Period. It just isn't worth it. Because there's people out there, it's very disrespectful to the people who actually are. They're fighting for our lives. People, this country is a given. You don't see any countries out there that are this free. You don't. In our army here, they work to keep us all alive. That's their job. Their main primary mission is to promote peace. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what everyone tries to do. It's in the Guard, Army, Reserve, anything. We fight to keep this country free. The way it was meant and intended to be is freedom. That's not free. Unfortunately, freedom comes with a cost, and not all of us actually consider that cost whenever we decide to put on a uniform that only people that actually deserve it need to wear. And honestly, in my books, the only people I respect these days are people that deserve that uniform. There are reasons why. It's just the thought behind it. It's the actions behind it. It's the motivation you are given. And I'll tell you something. It is hell. It is utter hell. Your basic training is going to be hell. I've heard it from a lot of people that it's not very fun. Especially in the Marines. That is one of the absolute most difficult positions you can ever be in, is the Marine Corps training. Now, yeah, overcome it. Embrace the suck, as my buddy Derek has told me. So embracing the suck and anything whenever it comes down to that, if you really want to wear that uniform, join the Guard, join the Army, join some branch of the military and work for it. You have to earn things like that in life. You can't just flash around to get a girlfriend or flash around to get called out on and, attention. It's not how it works. Whenever I get in, I'm not in yet. So I'm going to say it right now because I'm not going to go ahead and pose as I am in when I'm not. If I do get into the Guard, my intentions are to be not noticed. I don't want to be thanked for what I do. I don't consider myself a hero any more than anyone else. I'm just a normal person in life. Even when I do get to wear that uniform, I'm no more different than anybody else. I know people are more than likely going to say thank you, and it's going to bother me. There's reasons why. It's just because I don't consider myself a hero. I would not. Even if I got to wear that uniform right there. There are reasons. The only time I consider myself a hero is if I died for something in this country worth fighting for. If I actually died in action for something I fought for. That was the only time I would actually consider myself a hero at that point in time. But until that point, people, really, and I really hope I get support from everyone who is in some branch of the military right now for this, and a lot of you people are going to agree with me. Just don't wear it. If you're not in, don't wear it. You know, there is no faking. And especially, now this is another thing that's kind of upsetting, people who are in ROTC. Now, here's the thing. Now, I was never in ROTC before. I basically have very little to no background on the military. Yet I would like to be in it because I'd like to pursue my dream. I've always thought about it. I've always had the consideration. You know, I was a little nervous because it's like, well, you know, what's it going to be like? You know, am I going to get shot at? And I figured out something, that in life, you're going to be faced through hell. Literally. You're going to be put through hell. And what you're going to go through down there is going to make you so much stronger mentally and physically in order to handle things like that. You're going to see some really crappy things down there. I can just guess. I mean, you could be sitting right beside your battle buddy. You could be there in Afghanistan. You could be shooting at a bunch of people, and all of a sudden your buddy's head gets blown right off in front of your face. What do? You don't sit there and cry over it. You have to move on. It sucks, I know. But it's just things like that, the little things. You can be traumatized for life, and those people and our troops out there, they fight for everything, and they literally see more hell than any of you who are not in there will ever see in your lifetime. That's a given fact. Well, everyone, I'm not going to go on too long about this, but I'm just going to ask you people out there who do fake it, please just really rethink your actions whenever you're doing that. Think about who you're disrespecting. Think about who you're going to hurt because of that. Maybe some family walks up to you and their husband died in that war that they were fighting, and they see that you're an imposter and you're wearing that uniform. That's a disgrace to their husband and that entire family, and anyone who has ever fought in this war, period. Keep that in mind, people. Just an idea. You don't see me flashing it around. And I won't do it because I have a high respect for people in the military and anybody in the military. So everyone, I am Russ Whitaker. And please, you know what, share this video. Get this video around to everybody. Because I want people to know how important it is to be respectful of others, especially those who really deserve that respect. Especially for those who actually fight and almost risk and could get killed for that respect. Okay guys, have a good night. This is Russ again. Have a good one.